Hi, welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Wicked. It is a fantasy film that is based on the Broadway musical, serving as a prequel to the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. I myself haven't seen the musical, but I have heard that it's quite good. Even though it's not marketed as such, the movie is being broken into two parts in order to meet demands of the story's epic scope and to expand on the journeys and relationships of the characters without cutting any songs and major plot points. Now that the movie is in theaters, it's time to find out if it's any good or not. Well, let's talk about it. The movie story follows Elphaba, who is misunderstood because of her green skin. She then forges an unlikely but profound friendship with Glinda, a student with an unflinching desire for popularity. Following an encounter with the Wizard of Oz, the relationship soon reaches a crossroad as their lives begin to take very different paths. Well, just as I expected, I happen to really enjoy this movie. As someone who's never seen a Broadway musical, I think that this movie in particular is a great way to introduce people to it. I want to say that this movie was perfect, I really do, but there are some things that didn't quite sit right with me, which of course I'll get to later. Right now, I want to talk about the many great things the movie has going for it that all includes the wonderful music, phenomenal production design, and amazing acting from everyone. Obviously, the best thing about the movie is the infectiously entertaining soundtrack. There's a lot of wonderful songs that were all joyous to listen to, and I absolutely had a great time with the music, and this is coming from a person that not much of a fan of musicals. If I had to choose a couple of personal favorites from the soundtrack, I'd probably have to pick Popular and Defying Gravity. Another thing I also really enjoyed was the film's production design. Everything about the movie looked amazing, whether it be the set design, costuming, lighting, and everything else. Even the film's cinematography was dazzling to look at as well. There's some really good looking shots that were very well framed. To say that this is a very good looking movie is quite the understatement. When it comes to the acting, I was completely blown away by both Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. They're both amazing, and I love the chemistry from both of their characters. Even the co-stars were just as great as well, including Michelle Yeoh, Jeff Goldblum, and Jonathan Bailey. As far as I'm concerned, everyone in this movie was fantastic. If there's anything that bothered me the most about the movie itself, it would have to be the marketing. The movie is only part 1 and we're getting part 2 next year. The marketing fails to tell this information, and a lot of people are going to be frustrated about seeing an incomplete story by the time it's all said and done. With a runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes, the movie feels overly bloated and elongated. I get that there's a lot of story to cover, but the movie feels unnecessarily longer than it needs to be. Maybe shave off 20 minutes or so and it feel like it would be just about right. Another thing that bothered me would have to be the color grading. For the movie trying to be colorful, the colors feel desaturated and washed out. If it was intentional, I want to know why, because it just didn't look good. The original Wizard of Oz film from 1939 is one of the most colorful movies I've ever seen. To have this new movie not match the level of color vibrancy is just a crime. Other than those few things I didn't like about the movie, I still had a lot of fun with it. Overall, Wicked is a triumphant and joyous celebration that mostly everyone can enjoy, being a fan of musicals or not. I can't speak for everyone, but I think it's a great adaptation. It's not a perfectly made film by any means. However, it's still a super entertaining film that's going to be popular. I give this movie an A-. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to keep up my real reviews.